Ever catch yourself feeling like you're kind of, living someone else's life, like trying to fit into a box that just wasn't made for you?
Hmm.
That's what we're diving into today with this An Introspective Affair by Namita Bhaladhare.
Oh, I like her.
It's not like just poems. It's really a journey, this whole self-discovery thing. And get this, her table of contents totally reads like a roadmap of like the human experience itself.
No kidding.
Self, God, spirituality, nature. It's like she's laying out the big questions right there.
It's powerful just seeing it all laid out like that, you know? It makes you realize how connected it all really is.
Exactly. And she does not shy away from the tough stuff. Right off the bat, this line from reverse therapy hit me. Don't paint yourself with colors of others. You will waste a lot of time unpainting yourself.
Ooh, unpainting. That's an image, right? Makes you think about how much we let other people's expectations, all those judgments, just pile up on us layer after layer, like paint.
We totally become chameleons, blending in until we don't even recognize
And
ourselves.
all that energy we waste trying to keep up the act.
It's like, for what? And then Pollet hair, she's got this other line that's from Looks. Caterpillar is as beautiful as a butterfly. You just haven't found enough time to look carefully.
It's true. We're always in such a rush to get to the next stage, the butterfly moment, that we miss the beauty of where we are right now.
Totally. Makes you wonder, like, are we even enjoying the process?
Right. And it's not even just about self-acceptance, but seeing the potential in every stage. That caterpillar is worthy too in its own way.
Absolutely. And speaking of complexity, there's that poem, Multitude, where she says, I am a paradox. I am many people in one. Which one did you meet? Do you ever feel that way? Like multiple versions of yourself all at once?
All the time. Honestly, like, even this morning, I was thinking how different I am with, like, my coworkers versus my best friends.
Of like we all have these different sides that come out depending on who we're with.
Like a kaleidoscope, maybe?
Yeah.
Shifting, reflecting different facets, you know? And maybe that's the real challenge, finding a way to bring all those pieces together to feel whole.
Wow. That's powerful. Makes you wonder, like, which side am I showing right now?
Yeah.
Is this really me?
It's what I love about her, you know?
Yeah.
She makes you think those big questions, the ones we all have but don't always want to face.
Yeah.
She puts them right out there.
And it's in those moments, facing those questions, that we sometimes feel drawn to something bigger than ourselves, right? Like this deeper need for something more. It's like this built-in thing we have, right? This need to connect with something bigger. And follow her, she gets that whole next section. God, it's powerful stuff.
Yeah, and you know what I like about it? It's not all sunshine and roses. She lets you question, doubt, even get frustrated with the whole idea of God.
Oh, totally. Like that line from Exam, God too breaks your heart just to test your faith in him.
Intense, right?
It's like faith isn't about having all the answers. It's more about wrestling with the unknown, those moments when you feel totally lost
Right.
and coming out stronger on the other side. And sometimes she's just so bold, Like an ex-God, she straight up asks me, who is your ex-God? I mean, come on. We've all been there, right? Questioning what we believe in, wondering if we've outgrown our old ideas about God.
Totally. It's like our beliefs, they can change, evolve just like we do. And sometimes we got to let go of the old to make space for something new.
It's true. And yet, even with all the questioning, there's still that longing, that search for something more.
Oh, absolutely. And sometimes it's the tough times that lead us there, you know? In Kuda, she writes, in gain you will find this world, in loss you will find him. Like it's through those moments of grief, of loss, that we often feel closest to something beyond ourselves.
It's almost like we have to surrender, right? Let go of trying to control everything and just trust.
Exactly. Embrace the unknown. And that kind of surrender, it can lead to a different kind of love, one that connects us to something much bigger than ourselves. And speaking of love, Bhaladhare, she gets that too. All the messiness, the complications, she doesn't hold back.
It's not just romantic love she's talking about, right? It's like the whole spectrum of love, that deep need for connection, but also the pain that comes with it.
Absolutely. She explores it all. Self-love, love for humanity, even the dark side, like infidelity, adultery. And she's so raw, so honest about it.
Oh, totally. Like, remember that line from Forceful Occupation? I am tired of living in the periphery of your heart. I am secretly planning an invasion. Save yourself before there is nothing left in you except me. Whoa.
Intense, right? You can
Yeah.
just feel the need, the urgency in those lines, like love me fully with everything you've got or don't bother at all.
Yeah. But then there's the flip side. That intensity, it can lead to so much pain, heartbreak.
Exactly. And she doesn't shy away from that either. Like in Horror, she writes, "You promised me forever and left me in daze. You waited for reasons and kept me in haze. You broke my heart and called me craze." It just hits you right in the gut, you know?
It does. Makes you realize that love, it can be the most amazing feeling, but also the most destructive. And yet there's something powerful about letting ourselves feel it all,
Yeah.
the good and the bad.
It's like she's giving us permission to acknowledge the full range of our emotions. And in doing that, we connect with something bigger than ourselves. This idea that we're all in this human experience together with all its joys and heartbreaks.
It's true. Whether we're searching for love or questioning our faith or just trying to figure out who we are, those experiences, they're universal.
They really are. And, when I think back to that table of contents, how it's laid out like a roadmap, it's interesting that it just kind of stops,
It does, like it's unfinished.
Yeah. And maybe that's the point. This journey, this introspection, it never really ends, does it? There's always something more to discover, something new to learn about ourselves. So as we wrap up our own deep dive into an introspective affair, I'm left wondering, which of these poems spoke to you the most? What does that tell you about where you are on your own journey of self-discovery?